Welcome back. Football HQ with Coach K is the channel. I hope you like and subscribe and look at some previous videos I've made. I'm still trying to build it um, with the free time we have in this quarantine season, although I am at school and we did finish our season, still a lot more time than usual. Today we will do part two of quarterback school. The previous video was just looking at coverages, how to identify them, the basic ones, and that will help you today with what we're doing as far as going to the line of scrimmage and what do you look for in your pre-snap read. Different coaches will have different things for you to look at. Some will have more, some will have less. Some seasons I have more for quarterbacks to look at. Some seasons I have less. So this is an overview. Some things your coach might not ask of you. Some things they might. But I just want to go through it with you. And I want to encourage you, more than anything, this can be applied to you as a player on a Friday night and you as a player in practice. But also go back to last year's film of your opponents and watch that and go through the pre-snap reads of opponents you're going to have this year. Watch college football on Saturday. Watch pro football on Sunday and Monday and whatever days they play it this season. And don't just watch the game and don't just watch the ball, but look at the defense, see what you think they're doing, and see if after the snap, if you can confirm that you were right, whether it be coverages or blitzes or what the quarterback should have done or whatever that might be, as well as look for plays. If you're in an air raid spread offense, you're going to see a lot of plays that you run, the team you're watching runs. For example, Oklahoma runs a lot of the stuff we do. Lincoln Riley didn't get those from me. I got those from him, and he got those from, guys from the past, Mike Leach and Hal Mummy and all the air raid guys. So part two, quarterback school, pre-snap reads. Let's go to it now. Okay, part two of QB school, the pre-snap routine and the reads that you need to go through. This is something that your eyes, as you just watch quarterbacks scan the field, this is what you should be looking for in the span of about 3 to 5 seconds, depending on what kind of tempo you play with. If you go really fast, then it needs to be a pretty quick scan. If you have a little more time, then maybe you have a little more time to look at it. But let's just go through a few basic things. So here we have the Seahawks, Russell Wilson, one of the great ones currently playing. Running actually the spot concept that I actually have a video that you can go back and look. But he's gonna have to check the defense first. He's gonna check the safeties. So when you're looking at the coverage, safeties are first, and we talked about that in the previous QB school video. Is it one high or too high? Then you go to the corners. Okay, what is their alignment? Are they under 7 or whatever you have chosen with your coach to identify, or what you've seen on film? Are they under 5 yards, or what are they doing? All right, are their eyes in, or are their eyes on the receiver? So right here, I see a too high look from, it looks like the Bears, and I see the corners are looking in, but they're under 5. So I'm thinking cover 2. And I will say an additional little bit of information about cover 2. The safeties, though, are pretty close together. They're on the hashes almost, and those are the NFL hashes. So it could be a cover 2 look or a man under halves look where each of these guys underneath are manned up under a cover 2 look. So that's possible as well. But then again, it could just be cover 4. The fact that their eyes are looking in tells me that I don't think it's man coverage. So NFL coverages are a little more complex, but that's what's going through your head pre-snap. Then you need to count the box, all right? And I see that there are 6 defenders in the box. And so, if I were to have a running play called, there's a tight end in the formation if you look, so it's 6 on 6. So, and if that's something your coach wants you to be able to check to, you could check to a running play right here if you knew the leverage and the blocking schemes. A different view, and I didn't put the captions on here, but you can get a quarterback's or an end zone view of Florida versus LSU. And again, what do you see? I see one safety. You can't see the whole field, but I see one high safety, so the middle field is probably closed. All right. Again, I see a 5-man box. Now, number 23 out there, you could count him as a 6th man, just depending on what you want to do. So you very well might want to check to a running play here. But you've got to check the safeties, the corners, and then the box. And then if it is a pass, we're going to focus on that mostly. Again, using the Go Army Edge app that I used last time. So let's go to that now. Okay, for me, the best way to do it is just to kind of walk through some examples of the thinking process that you'd want to have. I've chosen a few of our, not our, but a few of the most basic pass plays that you'd find in the spread, air raid, whatever offense you want to call it. So let's just start here. Let's go ahead and go through the quarterback's pre-snap read. I'm checking the safeties. I see there are two high safeties, one here and one here. So I'm obviously thinking cover two or cover four. And just a side note, usually against trips, you don't see a lot of cover two. I do see a corner that's under 5 yards over here, but over here I see a corner at 7. And so what that tells me quite often is that teams will like to do a cover four look. Whoa, but they will man up. I'll just go from there. They will man up on the single side. So it's right now he should probably be at an inside leverage there, but that happens quite a bit. So the play we have here is stick. So I have drawn that up here. I've illustrated it. And this is one way to run stick. You just have the stick is happening right here with our number 3 receiver, which we call the H. Now some teams will have the Y do a quick speed cut, speed out right here. We have done it with a bubble action right here. And then you've got an MOR, must outside release vertical. And then you can choose to run a stick here or run an MOR vertical over here. We choose to run a stick. So for our progression, what we will do is the quarterback, first of all, checks the gift. The gift is in trips, the single side, or it doesn't have to be, but usually in trips, is he giving you the throw? All right. Now, I check the gift and I see he's at 4 yards. It's going to be tough to complete a stick route against that. All right. So I've identified cover 4 on most of the field, but I see that I get a pretty hard press over here. So I'm going to go ahead and come away from that. Now, some teams, and we do it as well, we'll convert this then from a stick route to an MOR vertical route. But again, with the safety sitting right there, it's 2-on-1. I don't know that I like this. So instead of going through all that mess of changing it, it's going to come to the other side. So over here, I see we're 3-on-3, and you can't see the feet of there's the other. Our number 2 wide receiver is the inside guy, so you can look right there and see that. All right, now, I've got kind of a 2-on-1 action right here. I know that pre-snap that we're going to run this corner off, and he is 9 yards off the ball, or 8. I think I said 7 a minute ago. But he has got a soft cushion. He is in good shape to take away this vertical route. All right, some people will say cap it. That's an R4 term. It's a great term to use. Cover it, take it away, whatever you want to say. Unless this is just my best player and this is their worst, I don't like this. So now I'm coming down to a 2-on-1 look. This guy is out of the box. He's at 10 yards. All right. He is not going to be a factor in this, more than likely anyway, in this stick slash bubble look. Now, if he flies to the bubble and he comes down to the stick, first of all, your teammate has run a bad stick route. He should be running, we call it a big 3, little 2, and turn, whatever, 5 hard steps. He should be getting this guy into a back pedal. All right, because he should be pushing vertical to threaten vertical, because there's a great chance that in fact, our next play that we're going to go over is a 4 vertical look. So really, just that suffices to say is it's a 2-on-1 look right here. He is my read. All right, so I've broken down this whole play from 11 defenders to he is my read. Now you'll see the red line in front of the quarterback here, and as I zoom out, that's referring to a play fake. All right, this is the quarterback's choice. The way we do it with stick, you can go ahead and really sell this fake and perhaps try to draw a linebacker in a little bit, or you can cancel it and just kind of take one step. I mean, he's still coming forward. Take one step back and make your throw. We're going to go ahead and make that play fake in this situation because you don't really, you've got your 6-on-6 in protection because you do have your running back going to the weak side. So you've got 3-on-3 right here. This is a good way to look at protection. Then you got 2-on-2 with him not getting blocked, but your running back is faking that way to pick that up. So you're good. So you have a little bit of time. Now it's a stick route. It's a quick play, so you don't need much time. In this situation, I've already animated it. Quarterback reads that the overhang linebacker is backpedaling. Not a very good animation by me, but he has gone with the bubble. All right, and for some reason my receivers are running backward. That's it. That's not the way we teach it. But and now you see that the safety, he's doing a little early, but he decides to go take away the deepest threat, which is the vertical route. All right. The Mike can't get there. Okay. The quarterback gets the ball out. Now, no, I do have him throwing it a little early, but not too early, really. He turns, makes the play, and now you're one-on-one. All right. That's the thought process. You read the coverage. Okay. You check the corners. You look for the box. You look for a blitz, and in this case, pass protection. And you kind of just check them off as you go and see what you like. And right here, we like this little triangle right here. We threw it and completed it. So that's an easy way. That's the stick play. It's an easy way to get your mindset right, just to go right through it. Let's go on to what it's kind of the opposite of stick, which is four verts. Four verts out of trips. Now, in my opinion, four verts out of doubles is a way different play than four verts out of trips. And because really, when you say four verts, it's not four guys just running straight down the field. All right. As you see here, really what it is, it's four guys getting to the same landmarks that they would get into if it was a doubles at a 2x2 set. So you're still going down the four seams, but it's not truly four verts in that sense. So let me just walk you through the thinking of how I teach it. We check the safeties. We see there's two high. You're going to often see two high against trips, although not always. We occasionally see one high against trips. I would check the gift again, check the matchup over here. There's a reason why you have your teammate as a single receiver. He's probably one of your best athletes. Do you like the matchup? Well, this corner is 9 yards off, and if they've put him over there on the single side, he's probably a pretty good corner. So you'll know that matchup from film study, but I'm going to say I'm going to come off with this for now. And I also have a safety who is pretty far over, probably there to take that away. If I go to the other side, again, my Z, now he might have a weaker corner on him, possibly. But again, he's 9 yards off. I've definitely identified cover 4 here. Really, for me now, that comes down to a two-man game. Let's check the box. I see 6 men in the box, 2 backers, 4 defensive linemen that are about to get down in their stance. Let me go ahead and get them down in their stance. And I've got a 6-man protection, although often, again, you can send your back out on a hot route or a rush route. But so if both of these guys come, then you are going to have to hit a hot route. Now, immediately, I'm thinking if both of these guys come, I know I have this crosser. Okay, this is for us a built-in rush route. The number 3 receiver's got to get his eyes turned quickly. He sees that blitz, and we're throwing it. So we're okay there. All right. So assuming that we are able to get into our full drop, and now for us, this is just a 3-step drop, and we'll get into drops later. But every coach has a different feel for that, and I really try to keep it pretty consistent in a 3-step drop or just a left, right, left on a quick throw. That's another day. So what we teach is we're eyeing this far safety right here. All right. And there's 2 things that he's going to do. He's either going to fly to help cover this receiver right here who they feel threatened by, or he's got his eyes on number 3, who very well might be a threat to his deep quarter right here. And most cover 4 teams are gonna be trying to match up with you in 2020. So we're gonna eye him. So if he is gonna stay with this route, and we can see his eyes go there, that tells me that we have got a one-on-one right here with our number 2 wide receiver against their safety. A rule that I have, and not every coach has this rule, but I have a rule that we are going to throw a post anytime it's one-on-one and it's uncapped by another defender. So meaning that in our eyes, the only guy that can stop this post route is actually going to be this far side safety. All right. Now, if this safety right here were just to roll to the middle of the field, okay, maybe. But for the most part, he's going to be threatened by different routes that we could run a 10-yard out. We can run a straight vertical. So we're going to say that our rule is that a head-up defender cannot cap a post. All right. So really for us, we're doing 1 or 2. So if he's going to vacate, we're throwing this right now. All right. If he stays, all right, then we know we have the post. It's that simple. All right. And again, if we get a blitz, we're throwing it right now. So let's go through it with our eyes on this safety again. So we've broken it down to from 11 defenders to this is the guy where our eyes are on. All right. Now he's going into a back pedal, but what he's not doing, he's not flying to this route. Okay. He's keeping everything in front of him. All right. We do have a blitz right here, but it's just a 1-man blitz. All right. So this Mike linebacker is getting back to his middle hook to curl, whatever you want to call it. And we left our running back in, so he's got that picked up. Okay. So we're okay to go ahead and go through our progression right here. All right. Now he comes down, which is not the greatest action for the animation. So you have two choices. You can either fit it into a tough window right here where there's two defenders, or again, by our rule, again, this post route cannot be capped by a head up defender. This is my rule. Again, your coach might not have that rule. On the outside, we're not really closing cushions, and you don't really have time to check that. Again, on a vertical route, you can't ever come back to it. So, for example, you check it pre-snap and you don't like it, and then you go through your progression. Well, you can't come back to it. It's too late. Unless you just have a Pat Mahomes arm, you're not going to be able to throw it that far. It's probably going to be underthrown and intercepted. So, again, both the outside receivers, the X's and Z's, are pre-snap reads, and we didn't like it. So again, so you could, in theory, put this into a tough window right here and maybe get him killed, or again, we believe that you cannot cap a post route if you are head up. So in this situation, we would throw in the post. Now, of course, their defender will do a little bit better job than that probably, but still, we believe we can throw it against his leverage no matter where he is. If he's over the top, we can underthrow it on a line a little bit and let him catch it. If he's trailing, we can throw it out in front of him into the green grass. But either way, we have a chance to make a play. So that's my thinking. That's what I'm seeing when I'm running 4 verts out of trips. So that's just 2 ways to look at it. 2 ways to go through your pre-snap reads on a simple route like a quick like stick, and also a vertical route like the 4 verts we have here. So we're going to talk more base passing game stuff next time. That'll be our next the next video that I make, QB School 3. It'll be similar to this, going through some of the basic concepts that you'd see as a quarterback in a spread air raid offense. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Go back and check some previous videos. Tell me what you think.